ridiculous.
James, I know it is, but that's how a crisis like this gets started.
Look, when we took over that mining company, we had geologists' reports enough to paper the M1 from here to Watford Gap. All of them predicting the biggest nickel find for years, and there's been not one shred of evidence to contradict it except that rumour.
There's nothing we can do.
What I want to know is who started it.
There's no reason to believe it was started by anybody. These things are quite capable of starting themselves.
Spontaneous combustion of a deliberate lie?
It's not a question of lies. You know the money game as well as I do. Fortunes are built on nothing more solid than confidence, and lost for the lack of it. We might be onto the biggest nickel find in years, but if the money world gets cold feet, it'll just have to stay where it is. Beneath the Australian bush.
Until somebody else raises the finance for the job and makes a fortune.
There is one way out.
Well, apart from buying a couple of shovels and going out there ourselves, I can't see it.
£1 million deposited with a merchant bank will secure us all the credit we need. In effect, up to 3 or 4 million. If we show confidence, they will. And we can finish the job.
Yeah, well, lend me £1 million till Tuesday, will you, John?
Play your cards right, and you can lend yourself £1 million till Tuesday.
Yeah? Hello?
Hello. Could I speak with Mr. Sutton, please?
Sorry?
Mr. Arthur Sutton, please.
Oh, yes, well, I'll just see if I can find him for you.
Thank you.
Oh, who shall I say it is?
Just say a friend.
A friend, okay. Come on. Oh, Sutton, there's a call for you.
For me, madam?
Yeah, I wouldn't give his name, just said a friend. Come on. Good girl. Come on. Come on, Widgeon, come here. Widgeon, will you come here? Come here! Widgeon, will you come here this minute? Now, come on, come here.
I'll take it in the kitchen,
Come
thank you,
here,
madam.
Widgeon. Come here! Come here!
Hello? Hello? Hello, who is this?
Arthur? Arthur Sutton? You know me.
What the hell do you want? Look, where are you?
Near enough. Why don't you come and join me? I want to talk to you.
I don't want to talk to you.
Well, it could be worth your while.
I said I don't want to talk to you. Look, I don't know how you found me, but now you have, forget it.
My dear fellow, how nice to hear you. After all this while, well, when shall we meet? I just thought I'd say it for you, Arthur. I'm sure it's what you meant to say. Now, about this meeting, shall we say 2 o'clock at the Dog and Gun, I believe it's called. You won't be late, will you?
James.
Hello, darling.
You're early.
Well, I got out of town before most people were in their offices. I had a very early meeting with John.
John?
John Simpson, my accountant. Well, he's an accountant. He's handling this mining investment for us. Do you want a drink?
Please.
Wasn't much I could do in town, so I thought I'd hit the road.
Problems?
Oh, not really. Just details.
I've been reading about them.
Well, they're scaremongers, that's all.
Good afternoon, sir. I heard your car. I wondered if there was anything I could get for you before I go into town.
No, thank you, Sutton. I had something to eat on the way up.
Very good, sir. I shall be back about 5 o'clock, madam, if I can find everything for this evening.
Oh, yes, fine, thank you.
Thank you.
Sutton's meeting somebody in town.
Oh, yes?
I had a very funny phone call just 5 minutes ago.
Which you happen to overhear?
Inadvertently.
I see.
Someone who sounded like a very bad impersonation of George Sanders. You know, smooth as silk with correspondent shoes.
Well, how do you know that?
Well, you can tell a lot from someone's voice on the telephone. And I think it's someone from Sutton's dark, mysterious past. We don't know very much about his past, do we?
Well, I got his references. They seem to cover everything.
Check them.
Yes, I think so. Why?
Who? Idle curiosity.
Hello, Arthur. Take a pew. Drink?
No, thank you.
As you wish.
How long have you been out?
Long enough
For what?
to find you, among other things.
Look, get to the point, will you? I'm busy.
We mustn't waste your valuable time, must we? Not unless we can make it worth your while. I want to talk to you about your new job with James Hadleigh.
By the way, darling, you did ask Helen for this evening, did you?
Oh, yeah, of course I did. I said we had an expert on old ruins coming to dinner, so I thought she'd like to join us. She was a bit acid, but she accepted.
Take more than that to spoil Helen's appetite, I think you'll find. Retain profit. Over from reserves is 14,200.
I wish we had this evening just to ourselves. I mean, the last thing I want is some old fossil droning on about 18th century architecture for 3 hours.
I think you'll find that Helen will put a stop to any unwelcome monologues, my darling.
Anyone else's unwelcome monologues.
There you are, Arthur. Just in case you change your mind.
I've got nothing to say of any interest to you.
Well, I'll be the judge of that.
Look, whatever's on your mind, just...
Arthur, rule 1. Never turn down an offer until you've heard it. And then only if you can double it.
Oh, I know you.
In that case, you ought to be taking this much more seriously. There's a lot of money in it, for both of us. You could be a rich man by the end of the week, just like your boss.
I hope you're not going to be Victorian about all this.
About what?
You know, protecting the little woman from harsh reality.
I don't know what you mean.
Yes, you do. You're obviously worried.
No, not really. And even if I were.
You wouldn't discuss it with me, right?
Well, if business doesn't interest you when it's going well.
So it is going badly.
Well, it's nothing we can't ride out.
How?
Simpson. He's arranging for £1 million in bearer bonds to be transferred from a deposit in Switzerland to a safe place in the city. Just for a few days.
You've got £1 million in a Swiss bank?
Well, not cash, they're bearer bonds.
What's the difference?
Well, they're rather like uncrossed postal orders. Whoever has them can cash them in any time he likes.
So they're as good as cash?
Yeah, but they're not mine. They belong to a syndicate of which I'm a member.
Yeah, but you're borrowing them.
Well, in a sort of a way. Just for a few days, you see, I need the credit. Simpson's clearing it with the others.
Will they agree?
Of course they'll agree. There's no risk involved.
You hope.
I know. I'm not a lunatic.
Yeah, but... Supposing something does go wrong, who's responsible?
What, for the £1 million?
Yeah.
Well, I suppose in a sort of a way, I am.
Oh, terrific.
It's all under control, I promise you.
Well, if you lose everything, you've always got me.
Good God, it's not that bad.
Oh, you're so romantic.
Can't I have you anyway? With or without losing everything else?
Have already. But I don't want you to lose all your money. Not just yet, because I'm just beginning to get used to it.
Well, that's a turn-up for the book, isn't it? You know, you must be a sociologist's nightmare.
Suppose I was.
You've changed.
Oh, haven't you noticed? Oh, it's this funny business of getting married. I mean, when you come to think about it, it's really a very peculiar thing to do. Like having an accident. The shock only hits you later. And I like it just the way it is.
One law for the rich, another for the poor. Different worlds, old son. Take your James Hadleigh. Those who have shall get more. Those who have not shall serve. I'm talking about the injustice of life, Arthur. You do agree about the injustice of life?
I'm not denying it.
Well, what I want to know is what you're doing about it.
I'm not using it as an excuse for thieving.
Last orders, ladies and
Who
gentlemen.
mentioned
Last
thieving?
orders.
I may be less than saintly, but I'm not a common thief.
Well, you're enough of one for me, thank you. I'm off.
Like hell you are. We're going to do business. You and I.
You're getting cocky. Isn't that rather dangerous in your line?
Well, I know what I'm doing. I need someone on the inside, someone with access. It's got to be you, Arthur. No one else.
Get knotted.
It is hard to be let down by someone. You do owe me, Arthur, one favor. You don't suppose I'd have told you even this much, unless I could count on your total discretion and cooperation as a certainty.
You're out of your mind.
3 years I've done. Not a word of complaint. Not a breath of scandal against your good name.
I knew nothing about that.
No, you were running an honest little antique business, insofar as any antique business is ever honest.
It had nothing to do with stolen property, and the police knew it.
Otherwise, you'd have been charged with
There was never any question.
But there could have been. Quite easily. And there still could be. Quite easily. A lot of that stuff was never recovered, you know. Valuable antiques. As it happens, I know where some of them are, dotted round the country, 1 or 2 in America. All with people holding receipts from your little shop. You'd better believe it.
How did you fix that?
Just bear it in mind. Think about it. Carefully. Before you come to any unwise decisions.
Tomorrow? But I've only just got back. No, I understand.
It all came together sooner than I expected. I had everyone's approval shortly after lunch. And the bonds are coming in on the night flight from Zurich. Look, I could have them sent up to Melford if you like, but I don't want responsibility for them any longer than necessary.
No, I don't want them travelling around any longer than necessary. All right. Yes, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll pick them up in your office in the morning and take them straight over to the bank. Yes, of course, I understand. All right. Thank you, John. Bye. Oh, do you fancy a trip to London tomorrow? Keep me awake.
Well, do I look enough of an old ruin to spend the evening with an expert?
You look perfect. Trouble is, Jennifer's misled you. He's not very interested in ruins.
Oh, well, then I might as well go home. I'll have a drink first. Who is he anyway? A friend of yours?
No, not really. Just somebody I met.
London?
Yes.
Oh.
When he found out where I lived, he jumped up and down with excitement. He begged an invitation. He's writing a book about John Carr.
Who?
The architect. The man who built this house, Helen.
Oh, well, it's such a commonplace name. It could be anybody.
In the circumstances, I didn't feel I could refuse. He's a pleasant enough chap, a bit too much of a dilettante for my taste. You may have to look after him tomorrow while we're away.
Is he staying then?
Yes, he wants to take some photographs. He won't be any trouble.
You're back then.
Some time ago, madam.
Did you get everything you wanted?
Yes, everything. Thank you.
While we're on the subject, my drains are making the most peculiar noises. I wish you'd get somebody to have a look at them.
What sort of noises?
Well, sort of rumbling. It's either that or moles. Anyway, I'd appreciate a verdict one way or another. Oh, there you are, darling. Oh, how nice you look.
Thank you.
I hear you've been misleading me about this Mr. Carr.
Cane.
What?
Have I? Oh, I didn't mean to. Oh, by the way, Sutton's back.
Oh, what's the matter with his back? Has he pulled something?
Helen, let me get you another drink.
Oh, yes, that would be nice. I think I'll stay to dinner after all. Remind me to give Sutton the address of my osteopath in Leeds. Oh, that's all right then. I mean, we can't afford to have Sutton out of action. Oh, did I ever tell you what my osteopath did for Muriel Cara-Briggs's knee?
No, Muriel Cara-Briggs did.
At length. Yes, Sutton, what is it?
Mr. King, sir.
Ah, come in, Mr. Kane. How nice to see you.
How very nice to see you again, Mr. Hadleigh. I'm not a Yorkshireman myself, not by any stretch of the imagination. West country, born and bred.
So what gave rise to your interest in such a particularly Yorkshire architect?
Oh, this and that. I'm in the fortunate position of not needing to work, you see. So I can more or less take up anything that follows my fancy. I was trained as an architect.
In America, I think you said.
Yes. Oh, I'm so sorry. I seem to be repeating myself. How very boring.
Well, it's all new to me, and I find it most interesting. Tell me, Mr. Kane, have you written many books? I must get them from the library.
None at all, I'm afraid, Lady Helen. I've written 1 or 2 articles, again in America. This is my first book.
Well, it's very exciting to think that we're all going to be in it. Well, Melford will be at least. I can't wait to read it.
Well, I hope you'll accept a copy from me, Lady Helen, as a gift.
I should be delighted. I must say, you're not at all what I expected.
Oh?
I mean, Jennifer had led me to believe, well, you know what I mean, you sort of people are generally so much older. I mean, kind of different.
We sort of people?
Well, you know what I mean. Authors of learned works.
Oh, as I say, I'm only an amateur.
I'm so glad.
Are you going to look at all John Carr's work while you're up here?
Well, I hope to, but it's a question of getting people's permission, you see. That's why I'm so grateful to Mr. Hadleigh. This is the first private house I've had the chance of examining in any detail.
I don't think you'll have any difficulty. I know a lot of people. I'll introduce you if you like.
Well, that'd be most kind. I'd be extremely grateful.
No, not at all. The
Such
party.
a good idea, a book on John Carr. You know, I was saying just before you arrived that it was high time someone did something about him, something really substantial, I mean, wasn't I, James?
Yes, Helen, yes, you were indeed.
Such a fascinating man.
You know about him, then?
Well, not all the details.
Born in Horbury, 1723. Lived to the ripe old age of 82. He left behind a whole string of buildings, public and private, including the parish church at Horbury. That was at his own expense, I believe. Melford was finished in 1792, I think, when he was nearly 70.
That's right, yes.
Wasn't Hereward House one of his?
Well, essentially, yes, but it was subsequently altered by Adam.
How very interesting.
On top of all that, he found time to be Lord Mayor of York twice and amassed a sum of 150,000, which was quite a tidy sum in those days.
I gather you'll be staying here for a day or two.
Well, I don't want to make a nuisance of myself.
No, not at all. Jenny and I'll be away, I'm afraid.
Oh, in that case, I wouldn't dream
No,
of
no,
staying.
no, you must. Helen will be here to look after you.
Yes, I'm not going anywhere.
And there's Sutton, of course.
Well, I can only say again, how very kind. But what a very big house for you to look after. Do you need a lot of help?
Well, we have Mrs. Brennan and Mrs. Lilly. They come in every day.
Come on, Helen, I'll get you a drink.
I'm really rather glad you're both going away.
Yes, I'd rather gathered that, Helen.
Oh, what a delightful man. I shall pop over first thing in the morning. And if it's a nice day, we might go for a drive.
Well, I think he's planning on spending the day at Melford, Helen, with notebook and camera.
Well, I shall accompany him. And make pots of tea.
I should let Sutton do all the heavy work if I were you, Helen.
There's no need to be sarcastic, James. I've met a very interesting young man, and I intend to make the most of him while he's here.
Within reason, I hope.
I shall ignore that remark. I do hope Jennifer won't keep him too long upstairs.
This is about the only room you haven't seen. Your own. Lord, Sutton hasn't brought the cases out
Oh, I've
yet.
just given him the keys to my car. Quite lovely.
Ah, yes, well, it's only a brief tour. You'll see more in the morning.
Well, I couldn't let the evening go altogether without at least making the acquaintance of the house. How very pleasing it must be to live here.
You know, I'm sure I've seen you somewhere before.
I think not. I'd be sure to have remembered.
Perhaps it was with James in London.
I think you're mistaken, though I regret to say it.
Well, yes, you're probably right. I've got a terrible memory for faces. Well, should we go down to the library?
Yes, shall we? I was talking to him about the architraves, a subject on which he was very well informed. He knew much more about them than I did.
Really, I did read his book, but...
Thank you, Sutton. Oh, will you excuse me? I want some cigarettes. I think there are some in my suitcase.
Oh, we have plenty.
Turkish?
Oh, no, we don't have those.
I'll join you. Well, Arthur, we're in. You're looking a bit low. I hope not. You've no reason to. There's no danger. You stand to make a lot of money for doing nothing. Absolutely nothing. As I said, just like your boss.
You said something about details this afternoon.
I've told you enough.
For what?
For what you have to do.
I want to know all of it.
You're still worried about which side you're on, is that it? My side, old son. It's my side or inside.
All right, but I'm still asking. Why did you come here? What's all this cover for?
Well, it's not a bad cover as they go, is it? You see, Arthur, it's the house I want. Or the use of it. The house and you. Just for an hour or so, that's all. No, I'm forgetting you don't smoke these, do you? Never mind. In a week, you'll be able to afford Havanas instead of those funny little things of yours.
Jenny! Ah, there you are, darling. We're just off, if you're ready. Darling.
Sorry?
I said if you're ready, we're just off.
Ah, yes, I'm ready.
I'll just get this lot together.
James.
Mm-hmm.
I'm absolutely sure.
What about?
About Peter Kane, you know. I have seen him
not
somewhere
again.
before. No, it's absolutely infuriating.
Well, I don't see that it matters either way. I don't see why I should lie about it, do you? He says not.
Well, unless it was somewhere that he's embarrassed about being seen.
Well, in that case, what were you doing there?
Depends where it was.
I think you've seen him in the papers. Did you ask him if there'd been a picture?
I never remember anybody from the papers, but there is something about...
Anyway, it'll have to wait because we are now off. Come on.
Oh, leave it.
I'd better answer. It might be somebody important. Hello. Ah, hello, Helen. Well, we were just leaving, as a matter of fact. Have I what? Your drains. Well, no, I'm afraid I haven't had time. Yes, of course I will, the moment I get back. Look, Helen, they will never be out of my mind, I promise you. Yes. Yes, all right. Fine, bye. Well, that's all I need, isn't it? Helen having a tantrum about her drains.
I've remembered where I know him from.
Oh, for heaven's sake!
No, listen, it wasn't his face at all, it was his voice. He was the man who telephoned Sutton yesterday.
Well, can we talk about it in the car, please? Because I've got a very busy day.
James, I am not making this up.
Look, everybody sounds the same on the phone, darling. You cannot possibly recognize one voice from another.
Then how did you know that was Helen just now?
There is no comparison between recognizing somebody you practically meet every day of your life and somebody who is a total stranger. Now, can you possibly be sure?
Yes.
What, George Sanders and correspondent shoes?
I know that voice. There's been something about him ever since he arrived, but you see, it was his face I was trying to place instead of his voice.
Excuse me, sir. I've brought the car round and put the bags in.
Yes, all right, thank you, Sutton.
Sutton, why?
If Lady Helen telephones, Sutton, would you tell her that I've solved the problem of her drain? She'll know what I mean.
Very good, sir. Was there something else, sir?
No, that's all, Sutton.
So, there you are. I thought you'd both gone.
We're just going.
Oh, don't let me keep you. As a matter of fact, it was Sutton I was looking for.
Was there something you need?
A tiny favour. I was wondering if you could help me with some measurements outside. It's a little theory of mine about cars' use of mathematical perspective. Now, if I can show that... Oh, you mustn't let me bore you with all that now.
Well, I'm sure he'll be delighted. You're not busy, are you, Sutton?
No, sir. No, not at all, sir.
Well, then. Was there something else before we leave?
No, thank you, sir.
Well, I'll leave you to it. I'll see you tomorrow, of course.
Yes, of course.
You can tell me all about your theory of whatever it was.
Have a good trip, and thanks again for your hospitality.
Not at all. It's been a great pleasure.
Till tomorrow, then, Mrs. Hadleigh.
Oh, yes, goodbye.
You must treat the house entirely as your own. Right?
Thank you. I will. Just thought I'd keep an eye on you.
Come on.
Well,
Are you still sure?
more than ever. James, what is going on?
That's a very good question. You know, if you're right. All right, I know. You know, watching them together just now, I'm willing to believe you.
What are we going to do? They're still out there.
Yes, we're just going. Sorry, I cut you off just now. Seems silly to ask Sutton a direct question in the circumstances. Oh, come on, you know. I mean, it could all be perfectly harmless. Just somebody Sutton knew in the past. I mean, if they don't want to talk about it, well, Kane is a guest under my roof. That's their business, isn't it? Isn't it?
I wonder if he really is writing a book about John Carr.
And if not, then what the hell is he doing here? Perhaps I ought to send for the police.
Nothing they could do. Oh, this is ridiculous. I mean, who is this man Kane?
Well, let's find out, shall we? Now, leave the door, and we can hear them if they come back.
What should we say if they do?
Well, I have a feeling that Kane will keep himself and Sutton well out of the way till after we've gone. Now, then. Yes, it's locked, of course.
Well, that's suspicious for a start.
Yes. No more than that, though.
Can you get us open?
No, not without damaging it.
What does that matter?
Well, it does a bit if you're wrong, doesn't it?
James.
Socks. Food jar. Copy of Playboy.
Those can't be real.
An air ticket. For Geneva. Departing Heathrow tonight. Right, we are onto something.
What now?
You never know, do you? No, it doesn't. Wait. Yes, just the membership of her drinking club. Looks as though he's pretty... Wait a minute, there's something here.
It's your signature.
The last 2 or 3 are pretty good forgeries. The rest are just practice runs.
Why would you want to forge your signature?
You're still full of good questions, aren't you?
Look, James, we can't possibly go to London.
I'm inclined to agree with you, but I don't see what else I could do. I could get them to come up here, I suppose.
Get who?
Simpson and the courier. See, all I've got to do is to put my signature on a piece of paper. And I have £1 million in my hands.
Well, Kane does.
I've just remembered something else, too, where I first met him. It was at a reception where I'd been taken by John Simpson.
It is almost irregular, Mr. Simpson.
I'm sorry, Herr Hanna. I can only follow my client's instructions.
Your Mr. Hadleigh wishes me to deliver the bonds to his home in the country.
I'm afraid so.
I'm not objecting, personally. I'm saying only that it is irregular. It would have been sufficient had we simply notified the merchant bank in London that we held the bonds on their behalf. To bring them to London was not strictly necessary.
I can't go into all the details, you'll appreciate.
Of course.
But
I desire only to be of service. If Mr. Hadleigh wishes to receive the bonds at his country home, then I comply. Provided he has the proper identification. I do not know the gentleman in question.
Oh, there can hardly be any problem about that. In the man's own house. And I shall be there, of course.
It is only that I must take proper precautions, you understand. Until the bonds are signed for and legally transferred, they are my responsibility.
I respect your conscientiousness, Herr Hanna, and I'm sure Mr. Hadleigh will too. Now, if you're ready, I think we might start out for Yorkshire.
What?
My case.
Where are they?
I don't know, but you can be sure they'll see us leave, and that's what matters. Come on.
James, it's spooky going like this.
Smile.
Well, let's give it a try, shall we?
Will there be anything further before lunch, Mr. Hadleigh?
Arthur, where do I keep my brandy? Pour yourself one, Arthur.
Not for me, thank you.
You know what you are, Arthur? Deep down, a fanatic. A man of fanatical moderation.
Your drink.
Well, at least take a seat if you won't have a drink. That's it. £1 million. It's not bad.
You've still got to get away with it.
I will.
What about when they get to London?
Hadleigh?
Yes.
Well, it's just that he'll find that the people he's expected to meet aren't there. Misunderstanding. But Hadleigh won't know that, will he?
He'll know something's wrong when he gets back and finds you've gone.
Both of us gone. But he won't put two and two together right away, will he? He'll probably start by checking the silver.
What about Simpson?
Well, he won't know that Simpson skipped the country till after the weekend, by which time we'll have changed our bonds to cash in Switzerland and gone our separate ways. You with your 100,000 and your new passport. Simpson and I... Well, that's our business.
If it works.
What you lack, Arthur, is nerve. The nerve to decide what you want and take it, like Hadleigh. Of course, he does it legally. His sort don't mind sticking to the rules because they made them. You and I, however, must show more enterprise and a clean pair of heels.
You know, you really should have been a politician, Peter.
Well, you know, I almost am, Arthur. I've done more for an equitable redistribution of wealth than any radical MP in the country.
What about Mrs. Hadleigh? What if she'd stayed here instead of going to London? Wouldn't that have destroyed the whole thing?
Now, that's where you'd have really earned your money. No, don't worry, you'll be paid. You've kept quiet about the unfortunate fact of knowing me. That's all that matters. But if she had stayed, it would have been your job to keep her out of the way. Just until the transaction went through. It had to be here, Arthur, you see. In Simpson's office, there are too many people who know James Hadleigh. And our Swiss friend would have been suspicious of any other meeting place. Except, of course, here. A country seat. Ah, it reeks respectability. And so do you, old son. So do you. Where are you going?
Only to the kitchen.
No.
What do you mean, no?
I think we'll stay here. The two of us. Now that you're finally in on the whole scheme, let's just stick together, shall we?
He's definitely not in his office. But I've got an appointment with him this afternoon. Yes, I confirmed it myself yesterday. Yes, with Mr. Simpson. I see. Yes, of course, it must be some sort of a mistake. Well, Superintendent, do you see what I mean?
Well, yes, up to a point, but you must admit it's all pretty.
Circumstantial. Well, that's what I thought at first.
Look, Mr. Hadleigh, I realize you're not the sort of person who jumps to conclusions.
But you're beginning to wonder.
Well, only about how we can, tighten this thing up to justify taking the action you want.
James, I just remembered Helen. She was going over there. Shouldn't we warn her?
Hello? Anyone at home?
Who the hell's that?
Oh, that's Lady Helen. She often comes in unannounced through the kitchen.
Get rid of her, for God's sake, and be quick. That's all I need, that silly bitch hanging around. And Arthur.
Good afternoon, milady.
Oh, there you are, Sutton. I wondered where everybody had got to. And all the doors open,
Well,
too.
Mr. and Mrs. Hadleigh have left for London some time ago.
Yes, I know that. It's Mr. Kane I want to see. Is he about?
I'm afraid not, milady. I don't know where he is.
Oh, what a bore. I brought some magazines I thought he'd like to see. There's an article in one of these about his Mr. Carr. I leave them in the library.
Perhaps you'd like to leave them with me, milady. I'll make sure Mr. Kane gets
No,
them.
that's quite all right, thank you, Sutton. I'll leave them, and I'll wait for him. I don't expect he'll be long.
Oh, very good, milady. Perhaps you'd like a cup of tea?
Tea?
Or coffee?
I've just
If
had
you'd
some
like to come
coffee.
with me into the kitchen,
Sutton,
milady.
the kitchen? Sutton, what do you mean? I don't know. Sutton, will you let go of me? What? What?
The kitchen.
I don't... What?
I do beg your pardon, milady. I'm awfully sorry about that.
Now, will you kindly tell me what all this is
Look,
about?
there's no time to explain. Please go straight home at once. And do trust me, madam. Phone the police. Tell them there's a man here with a gun. Yes, I'll try to disarm, but they must approach with care.
A gun?
Yes, it's something I hadn't bargained for. In fact, there's quite a few things I hadn't bargained for.
Not Mr. Kane.
Mr. Kane, so please...
Arthur. Arthur, just think what you could have done with all that money.
He wouldn't really, would he? Certain. Why, the bedroom.
Shan't be long.
There's still no reply. She must have gone over there.
I could kick myself for not thinking of it.
You're all right, Jenny. It's not your fault. Well, what now?
You say there's only one road by which they can approach the house.
Yes.
What is going on?
How very nice of you to have come all this way.
Mr. Hadleigh, I presume.
Correct. Now then, shall we?
Oh! Good heavens, sir, you're back.
I see. Thank you, Superintendent. All right. Goodbye. Well, the police seem satisfied that you weren't an accomplice. So for what it's worth, am I. But God knows you left it a bit late to prove the point, didn't you? Why didn't you warn me at the start?
Well, the fact is, sir, I didn't know what it was I was to warn you about.
Well, you knew Kane was a criminal.
No, I knew he was up to something, sir. I didn't know exactly what until after you'd left this morning. If I'd had the least idea... Well...
You wanted to play him along, didn't you? Catch him red-handed.
I owed him that, sir. It's the one thing I did owe him. He put me out of business once.
Well, now he's threatening to frame you on a stolen goods charge.
Yes, but that's not the reason I kept quiet, sir. If I'd moved too soon, he'd have slipped through our fingers.
Well, he nearly slipped through our fingers anyway if Mrs. Hadleigh had...
Sir?
Well, let's just call it feminine intuition, shall we?
All I can say, sir, is that if I had known the risk involved, but this just isn't his mark, sir, this sort of operation. It's big talk always about the sort of money he's going to make and so on, but when it came to the point, I imagined he had his eye on the silver, sir. A couple of paintings, maybe.
Simpson was the man behind it. He even started a rumour that we were in troubles, so we need the money in the first place. Look, Sutton, why don't you sit down?
I'd rather stand, sir, if you don't mind.
I do mind. Sit down and don't be so pompous. Well, I suppose the worst that's happened is you made a flaming idiot of yourself. Let alone given Lady Helen the fright of her life. And we've got Simpson, I suppose. If you had warned me at the start, we might never have been able to prove anything against him. Now we've got to find out whether Kane can prove anything against you.
Oh, I'm not worried about that, sir. I think he was relying more on buying me than frightening me.
Yes. Well, the superintendent seems to think you'll be all right.
Sir, about my notice.
As I've already told you, Sutton, there's no need for that. I mean, if you want to go, I can't stop you. But don't feel you have to. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. If there's nothing more, sir, I'll begin preparing dinner.
Yes, do that.